It's all of the above. My honest view is that I do not know what exactly is going on because I was not in the meeting. We've been asking to know what the scenario is. And nobody's quite clear to tell you what is being discussed and what is being agreed upon. You see debates and discussions taking place in terms of who is now being given what, who's being given which job, who's being taken to what position. If you notice, there has been statements about the former Prime Minister has made a request that, I don't know again whether it's true, that he wants the ODM side to be given the Vice President's position. There's a discussion about whether the ODM party is asking for the Speaker's position. Of course, where tie is there. I mean, there's so much being discussed and raised. Sami, my worry is very simple. If this engagement between Prime Minister Raila and William Ruto is going to be an engagement that is going to deal with the issues that are outstanding in the quickest time possible, so that then Kenyans can realize that the input and the engagement that Prime Minister Raila is bringing to this government, being managed and run by President William Ruto, then there's a possibility Kenyans would look at it and say, okay, I think it makes sense for him to join that government and do whatever that they are suggesting is doing. The problem is, and this is my fear, I don't see any change taking place. I don't see any, I mean, you saw yesterday, the Auditor General, I said there was money sent to AU, I think 2.6 billion shillings. She can't explain what that money was. There are things going on. You can even open just the newspapers. Unless the outstanding issues are what Raila is trying to help the president do, then I would say his joining him may not lead to much. Because yes, he may not lead to much.
Okay, how do you understand change? Because if committee leadership changes, that is change. If there's reorganization in government, that is change.
No. Change must be consequential. Otherwise, it's not change. Change must be subjective. I should sit here as a senator from Kisii County where I'm saying, in fact, our county is now receiving all our shareable revenue on time. EACC is working well because they are doing their job. Issues about abductions of Kenyans have stopped. We have an issue about, I mean, Sami, you can look at everything that is about our country, and that change will create that. But what I hear many of my colleagues in ODM talking about is how they are now happy. They have now been given an opportunity. In fact, government is sweet. My colleagues are behaving as if they, in fact, see people like me who are always raising issues about the government as being the disgruntled and happy individuals who have nothing to offer.
What makes government sweet?
Honestly, I think people are eating. How does the government become sweet? People eat. People share the loot, state resources. I mean, Sami, people are enjoying. Didn't you see people going to Addis Ababa? What were they doing? It was sweet. Didn't you see?
We were told that they were sponsoring themselves.
Whether they were or not, it was still sweet. How would you know whether they sponsored themselves or state resources were used? Nancy has not told us where the money went. There's 2.6 billion which was sent to Ethiopia. Nobody explains what it went to do.
Okay.
This is the sweetness of African leadership. And this is what you find my brother Kaluma and other guys are complete. I mean, you see people saying, oh, it's our turn now. We've never had Samburu being a minister in this or any other government since independence. In fact, our communities now are going to start scrambling for the state largesse and what we can share. It's our time to eat. If the issues being sorted out is about eating, I'm sorry.